get this idea for this album title by seeing a book by author, I can't remember his name, that's kind of weird I guess, but he was writing about Orson Welles and his radio show that he had in the, I think it was the 30s or 40s, where he managed to fool a lot of people that there were actually like Martians walking the earth, or in America, like they were invading America. And he got that far, so like a lot of people actually started to, you know, collecting all their stuff and just hiding and stuff, and just went absolutely out of hand. And I feel that's kind of the same way how your brain works sometimes. It's quite scary, you know, since I've had my share of like panic and anxiety and stuff like that. It's really tricky, you know. The brain can be really tricky sometimes, and that's why I kind of made that reference to that thing. And it's all in your head, you know, but it feels so much bigger. It's like, well, there's more to it than my brain. This is happening like outside my brain, but it's all in there, and it manages to really fool you a lot of times. So that's kind of what it is about, really. Well, I get the inspiration mostly from myself, what I've experienced, and how I actually been growing up with this band. You know, I'm 31 years old now, and we started the band when I was 16, and so I've practically like been growing up with this band. And there's been a lot of things happening, and even though there's maybe like just 2 years in between every album, there's so many things happening. And it's been this sounds very cliche, but it's been a very rocky ride for sure. You know, I'm not the only one for sure, and I just feel that it's really a way for me to channel everything that I experience and what I feel, and a way to deal with it, really. Well, as far as trying out something new, I always try to top myself. It's always got to be a challenge. I think everybody in the band feels the same thing. You know, it's got to be a challenge. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. You know, and I always want to find new ways of expressing myself with my voice, and you know, and with lyrics, and just find that perfect balance. You know, we obviously have developed a lot. You know, and with the vocals as well, and there's a lot more melodic vocals now than there used to be in the past. So I just feel that I try to find nice transitions in between. Like, it's not like on or off, you know, it's not clean or screamy. I feel that there's so much in between. And one thing I've realized is that, you know, you don't always, just because it's screamy vocals, it's not always brutal. I think you can create brutality in so much other ways, like create that presence that is so brutal, you know, even though it's just like a, you know, like a very soulful, like stripped down voice. It can be so intense. It's not all about screaming, because, you know, that's kind of what I deal with and try to really develop. And I think I've really managed to do that. And with this new album, I think I'm going to take it to a new level, really. It's going to be very interesting and sometimes very shocking, but just trying out a lot of different things. Try to be very, very playful and not really think about, like, you know, the norms of metal, you know, you're supposed to do this or that. Just go with the flow. As long as there's presence, that's brutal to me. No, unfortunately, no Devin, but I think it's working out just fine. You know, working with Peter again. I mean, we haven't really been recording an album with Peter as a producer before in that sense, but it's working out really good. And having him back in the band and actually recording vocals with him, it feels very, how do you say? It feels like just, you know, two friends recording some vocals in the basement, really. So it's really That's pretty much what I said like last time with Devin too, and that was actually the same kind of feeling. It's just that I've known Peter so much longer, and I just feel very relaxed. You know, he knows what I'm about, and I know what he's about. So it's just great communication, really, when we record the vocals, and he really, you know, pushes me to the very limit, which I would like him to do, and he's a very inspiring person as well. So I think that that's important as a producer, and not just, you know, punch in, punch out. You know. I really do believe that people are going to be absolutely thrilled about the album. It's like I was talking to Flink about this before. That I think you know, fans, we have a lot of loyal fans, and a lot of the people and a lot of the fans have been kind of growing up with the band in a way, and the sound, like developing with the sound. And I feel that this album really contains everything about Soilwork. You know, it's everything is in there. Like, we're not missing out on anything. Like, it's all there. And I believe there's so much presence in this album. It's more playful than maybe the previous album, even though I really love that album. I think it's great. And it was very playful in a way as well, but I think we're really taking this to a new level as well. And, you know, the fact that we have Peter back in the band and also Sylvan, it's definitely, you know, helping. It's absolutely a great mix and just great players, great lineup. Let me see. We never tour. Well, we have toured with Nevermore, but only Europe. I would like to do a North American tour with Nevermore. I think that would be cool. Such great players as well, and I mean, obviously there's the whole arena thing. You know, do Maiden or Priest or, you know, something like that. That would be awesome. And we still haven't toured with Testament. Those are great friends of ours as well. So that would be amazing.